Hey, Brett, thanks for coming over.
Oh, I'm glad I could make it. I've been looking forward to this movie night for, Aaron? What's that?
What's what?
That.
Oh, that's my Christmas tree.
Why do you have a Christmas tree?
To celebrate Christmas, of course. I mean, why does anyone have a Christmas tree?
Right, but it's not Christmas and hasn't been for months.
Now, how do you know that that is last Christmas's tree? Maybe I'm just really early for next Christmas.
10 months early?
Okay, it's last Christmas's. But it's still good. Why throw out a perfectly good Christmas tree?
Still good. The needles have all fallen off.
They haven't fallen, they're just resting.
I didn't know that needles needed to rest.
When you're as old as they are, you do.
This is crazy. You can't keep your Christmas tree up for 2 months.
I'm not. I'm keeping it up for 12 months.
Why are you keeping your old dead Christmas tree up all year round?
Because I like Christmas, okay? I like the songs. I like the food. I like the feeling that Christmas gives me.
I like all that stuff too, but this is ridiculous.
It's not. I can't help it if you don't love Jesus as much as I do.
What are you talking about?
Christmas is Jesus' birthday, and you would have me just throw baby Jesus out into the cold, or worse yet, into the wood chipper.
I would not. I'd just have you throw a dead tree into the chipper.
Same thing. You hate Christmas.
I love Christmas, but that tree is not Christmas.
It sure is. Without it, winter is just a bleak, dark, cold night. But with it, it's a glowing ball of warmth.
The only reason that tree would be glowing and warm is because it's a fire hazard.
You take that back.
Aaron, I get it. Christmas is a wonderful time and it helps us to remember Jesus, but that tree is not Jesus. It's not even Christmas. It's something that we use to help us to remember and celebrate Jesus. In December.
No, it's more than that. You'll see. Watch what happens when I plug in the lights.
Wait, don't.
Okay. It may be time to take it outside.
Hi there, hello. You're watching Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. It can be hard to let go of things from the past, especially when they were involved in wonderful moments. As a parent, sometimes I have to go through my kids' old clothes that they outgrew long ago, and pass them on to some other family, or maybe even throw them out. It may sound crazy, but sometimes that can be really difficult. You remember when your kids were small enough to wear those clothes and the various special moments that you had with them. The thing is, those clothes aren't your children. They're not even the moments. And sometimes you just have to let them go. In 2 Kings chapter 18, Hezekiah takes over as the new king of Judah, the southern kingdom of Israel. He is a great and godly king. He did things that even other godly kings hadn't done before him, including tearing down the different things that the Israelites had been using to worship false gods. 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 4 says, "He removed the high places, smashed the sacred stones, and cut down the Asherah poles. He broke into pieces the bronze snake Moses had made, for up to that time the Israelites had been burning incense to it. It was called Nehushtan." You might not remember that snake. In Numbers chapter 21, back when Israel was wandering for 40 years in the wilderness, a bunch of them grumbled against God and Moses, and as punishment, poisonous snakes started biting the people. Moses prayed for them, and God had Moses create a bronze snake and raise it up. If someone was bitten, they could look at the snake and they would live. The snake was a way to help people turn back to God and be saved. But over the years, the people began to actually worship the snake itself. Hezekiah put an end to that. We might think that worshiping a snake is crazy, and it is, but we do kind of crazy things like that ourselves. I've known people who have started to worship the songs that they had a great experience with God with. Those songs actually seem to be more important to them than the God that those songs were originally written to worship. People have begun to worship the buildings and the locations where God has worked in their lives, maybe a church or a camp. I've even seen people worship pastors or people who have worked in their lives that were trying to lead them closer to God. All of those things are great things and are things that have strengthened people's relationship with God. But when we start to put those things into the place of God, now that's a problem. We need to be careful that we don't hold so tightly to the person, place, or thing that God used to work in our lives in the past that we miss what He wants to do right now. Or worse yet, replace Him with those things. God is constantly moving, and He's constantly moving in different ways. Sometimes I think He keeps mixing it up just to keep us from beginning to worship the tools He uses instead of Him. Let's not get so caught up in what and how God moves that we miss the God who's moving. Thanks for tuning in today to Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We have services every Sunday at 10 o'clock and are online anytime at summitchurchmt.com. We're on Facebook and YouTube at Summit Church MT, and our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Sorry about your Christmas tree.
It's okay. You were right. It was time to let it go. Besides, it's almost time to start getting ready for Easter. You want a chocolate egg?
Thanks. Wait. These aren't last year's eggs, are they?
No, of course not. They're from 2 years ago.